I think what you're finding today in the space of climate finance is that it has transitioned from where we were before, where there was this traditional notion of grant-based finance to developing countries. It's become much more complex. Multilateral finance, although being voluntary, operates on a burden-sharing arrangement. And if one decides not to fulfill the burden sharing, in order to balance the burden sharing, the others have to reduce. The reality is that finance is regressing, and this forces you then to also look at how you better leverage other resources. Access finance through the private sector, looking at greater engagement of pension funds and other sovereign funds. You've got to be doing more with less. And this is where funds like the Green Climate Fund and the others become very relevant, because the higher risk tolerance allows you to do the demonstration kinds of investments, which potentially may fail, but potentially may be successful, and in that way then can catalyze and leverage greater action and greater flows of financing. It just demands a lot more innovative, go-getting gusto from Africans to actually pursue that. We're now at a stage where the GCF has become operational. It has a portfolio of 93 projects. It's programmed almost $5 billion. What kind of investments do we do? Where do we look at doing those investments? Board members coming in now will look at how do we take it to the next level. And it's a constant learning exercise. I don't think any institution should stagnate, because the dynamics of the world changes. And so constantly the institutions need to be evolving in order to meet the challenge, but also to shape the future directions of what we go. So you have this continuous institutional memory and knowledge, and it's important to institutionalize it. I think the idea of having a regional office, the Green Climate Fund, there's tremendous potential in maximizing that. Having a coordination body like that begins to form a nexus is something that we could probably pioneer in the Southern African region, and something that could probably be replicated throughout Africa and other areas. So looking at the GCF and being an outgoing board member, being part of the process is always a highlight. What you've done is you've come together with a collection of individuals who have very diverse views about things. You've coalesced around a common vision that you want to introduce something that will contribute to the betterment of society and the planet as a whole. We may have different visions about how we got that, but there was a common resolve to do that. It's been a rewarding journey. The personal journey for me was, I come from a fairly poor middle-class family. Nobody in my family ever had a university degree. And I think the personal experience is this paradigm shift. We often, when we look at projects that we come forward, what's always been in my mind is that even though the project may look on the face of it not perfect, or sometimes it's worthy of investing in something because you don't know what the result thereof is. If people on the face of it looked at me, I would never have got a bursary, but people decided to take a chance. Just taking that chance has resulted in all these things happening.